welcome everybody. It's me, that one guy from the one place at that one time, Jaguar110, and welcome to Season 8 of Hockey Imperialism. Yes, we are changing it to hockey instead of NHL now, because, well, we've done more than just the NHL, and we will do a lot more than just the NHL. As of today, we're doing the ECA. You get away from here right now! Go away, you're not touching the PC again! Get out! Go! Get! I'm not having you change the map again. I have to do this now instead of the ideas that I had because of your evil schemes. Get out before I get mom. Anyways, sorry for that. As we're doing the ECHL, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this as we'll do our first wheel spin for the league. As we get into our first wheel spin, we're going to have the South Carolina Stingrays. Alright, we got the arrow spinning for South Carolina, and they will be taking on the Swamp Rabbits. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Bon Score's Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, where the Greenville Swamp Rabbits and the South Carolina Stingrays will battle it out for South Carolina. We're going to go down to the center ice, get a face-off between these two teams, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 30 seconds left between South Carolina and Greensville as the Swamp Rabbits have gotten a goal, so they take an early lead and they get another goal, and that looks like that will put this game on ice. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight to who the Swamp Rabbits will be taking from the Stingrays. And from the South Carolina Stingrays, Alexander Fortin is now a Greenville Swamp Rabbit. Let us go back to the map to see what that looks like. Here we are at the map as the Stingrays got eliminated by the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, so now they take control of all of South Carolina. With that, let us go to the wheel to see who's next. 27 teams to go. Next up are the Norfolk Admirals. Alright, Admirals, where are you going to go with this one? To take on the Wheeling Nailers. So let's go get a game. Welcome to West Ponco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia, where the Wheeling Nailers and the Norfolk Admirals will be battling it out for total control of the Virginias. Go down to the center ice. We're going to get a face-off between these two teams, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are in the game between Norfolk and Wheeling, as the Wheeling Nailers have a 2-1 lead and take control as Norfolk has an empty net. A puck battle against the wall. Now Norfolk has it. They shoot in a good block. With less than 10 seconds to go, Norfolk's looking to get this goal so they can tie the game. The crowd's counting down. Foss tries to shoot it, and another shot and a good block. It looks like the Wheeling Nailers will continue on. And so we'll go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Admirals. And from the Norfolk Admirals, DJ King is now a Wheeling Nailer. Let's go to the map to see what that looks like for us. Here we are back at the map as the Wheeling Nailers took out the invading Norfolk Admirals and now take control of both West and Normal Virginia. As there's no East Virginia, but we don't talk about that. As this is getting filled up, let's go to the wheel to see who is next. 26 teams to go in this one. Next up are the Atlanta Gladiators. Alright, arrow spinning for Atlanta, and they will be taking on the Savannah Ghost Pirates. So let's go get a game. Welcome to Savannah Arena in Savannah, Georgia, where the Savannah Ghost Pirates and the Atlanta Gladiators battle out for full territory of Georgia. Go down to the center ice between these two teams to get our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Atlanta and Savannah, as Savannah has a 2-0 lead, crowd's counting down, and it looks like the Ghost Pirates will win this one in good fashion. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from Atlanta, and then to check out that map. See you there. And from the Atlanta Gladiators, Bode Wild is now a Savannah Ghost Pirate. Alright, let's go to the map to see what this looks like. Here we are at the map as the Atlanta Gladiators get taken down by the Savannah Ghost Pirates, and now the Pirates take control of all of Georgia. A lot of split states are becoming whole. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who is next. 25 teams left to go. Next up are the Jacksonville Icemen. Alright, Jacksonville, where are you going with this spin? And you skim by and take Louisiana. Jacksonville was able to just go across waters and take Louisiana. So let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking a player from an eliminated team. 3 teams in this one. The player being taken from is from the Atlanta Gladiators. And from the Atlanta Gladiators, Tyson Empey is now a Jacksonville Iceman. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Newfoundland Growlers. Alright, we got the spinner going for the Growlers. And they will be taking on the Trois-Rivières Lions. So let's go get a game. Welcome to the new Coliseum in Trois-Rivières, Quebec, where the Newfoundland Growlers and the Trois-Rivières Lions battle it out for some Canadian territories, as these are our only 2 Canadian teams in this league. Go down to the center ice between the 2 teams to get our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with 10 seconds left between the Lions and the Growlers, as we have a full-blown out right here. Game is out of hand as the Lions have a 4-0 lead, and they get that win. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from Newfoundland. And from the Newfoundland Growlers, Nathan Knoll is now a Trois-Rivières Lion. Alright, let's go to the map to see what that looks like. Here we are at the map as the Growlers are eliminated by the Lions. So now the Lions take control of all the Canadian pieces that were once held by a Canadian team. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who is next. 24 teams left to go. Next up are the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Alright, Savannah, where are you going with this one? To take the Icemen, so let's go get a game. Welcome to Vestar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Jacksonville Icemen and the Savannah Ghost Pirates are going to battle it out for some key parts in the southeast region of the United States. We go down to the center ice to get our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are in the game between Savannah and Jacksonville, as both teams are tied 1-1, with the Ghost Pirates scoring a late goal to tie the game in the 3rd period. So we're going to go ahead and watch this action to see what unfolds, and to see if we go into overtime or not. As Jacksonville takes control, they're looking to go in. He shoots, and a good save. Empey, their new acquirement, almost scored a goal to send them off. But instead, it's Savannah now taking control, entering Jacksonville's zone. Looking around, passes it back, shot, and a good block. Puck is out of the zone, into the neutral. Wild has it. He's looking to get something going for his team, as he's also new to this team. Passes it down, trying to get that offense going with 15 seconds left to go. Trotter goes into the zone, dumps it around behind the net. It's still all the way out on the other side. Puck battle, and we have an offsides. 6.5 seconds left to go in regulation as the faceoff is won by the Icemen. And a good stall, but nothing there. And it looks like we will be going to overtime. Welcome to overtime number 1 between Jacksonville and Savannah. We're going to go ahead and get right into this, and we'll see you all in the final seconds of the game. Savannah has control. He's passing it around, trying to get out of their zone. Double Iceman attack. Now it's Hatfield, shoots and scores! And the Jacksonville Icemen win this game 2-1 in overtime number 3. Alright, let's go take a look at who they'll be taking from Savannah. And from the Savannah Ghost Pirates, Bode Wild is now a Jacksonville Iceman. Alright, let's go to the map to see what this looks like. Here we are at the map as the Ghost Pirates got taken out by the Icemen. So now Jacksonville takes control of Georgia and 1/3 of Florida. And Louisiana as well. With that, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 23 teams left to go. Next up are the Toledo Walleye. Alright, Toledo, where you going with this one? And with the arrow going up, it actually takes Ontario. So we're going to fill that in for them. Toledo barely skimmed by to take Ontario, so let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. 5 teams in this wheel. Player being taken from is from the South Carolina Stingrays. And from the South Carolina Stingrays, Chaz Redekop is now a Toledo Walleye. Let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Orlando Solar Bears. We have the arrow spin for Orlando, and they will be going up against the Jacksonville Icemen. So let's go get a game. Welcome back to ViceStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Icemen are being attacked once again, this time by the Orlando Solar Bears. We go down to the center ice to get our face-off between these 2 teams. and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about less than 35 seconds left. Whoa, almost a goal for the Icemen. Speaking of, they pulled their goalie as they are down 0-1. So they're looking on getting a goal to tie this game. But Orlando is taking control of that puck to keep it away from them. As they're going to look like they're going to drive down and shoot an empty net, and it's wide right. So now Jacksonville takes control. They're looking to get this game tied so they can continue on their reign. But it looks like they might not have a chance. Big hit. Puck is going everywhere, and time expires. So, the Orlando Solar Bears are the first away team, first attacking team to win. So now we're going to go on ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from Jacksonville. Bode Wild is once again moving, this time to the Orlando Solar Bears. So now let's go ahead and take a look at what the map will look like now that Jacksonville is gone. Here we are at the map as Jacksonville got eliminated by the Solar Bears. So now Orlando takes control of that Louisiana area and Georgia and 2/3 of Florida. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 22 teams left to go. Next up are the Reading Royals. Alright, Royals, where are you going with this spin? To take New Jersey. As they take New Jersey, let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. 6 teams in the elimination wheel. A player being stolen is from the Atlanta Gladiators. And from the Atlanta Gladiators, Cade Oliver is a Reading Royal. Alright, let us go back to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Tulsa Oilers. Alright, Oilers, where are you going with this spin? To take Arkansas. As they take Arkansas, let's go back to the wheel to see who they'll steal a player from. Another spin for another player. The next team up is the Atlanta Gladiators again. And from the Atlanta Gladiators, Billy Constantinu is now a Tulsa Oiler. Alright, let's go back to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for yet another team. Next up are the Reading Royals again. Alright, Royals, where are you going with this one? To take Maryland. As they take Maryland, let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. Another spin for yet another player. Once again, it's the Atlanta Gladiators. And from the Atlanta Gladiators, Eric Neely is now a Reading Royal. Let's go back to the wheel to see who's next. One more spin for one more team. Next up are the Allen Americans. Alright, Americans, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Tulsa Oilers. So let's go get a game. Welcome to Buck Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Tulsa Oilers and the Allen Americans battle out for southern areas of the United States. We're going to go down to the center ice to get a face-off between these two teams, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are, it's about 45 seconds left between Tulsa and Allen, as Tulsa has a 2-1 lead against the Americans, so they're looking to hold on to that lead. But Allen has been pushing hard on trying to get a goal, but the Oilers do have control. It's Stewart. He stops for some reason and just dumps it into the American zone. The Americans take control with less than 30 seconds left to go. They're looking to go. Butcher tries to go around, shot, and just fumbled that whole execution. And now, puck is dumped into the American zone. Saucerman is now being held against the wall. Less than 10 seconds to go. This could be the last gasp for the Americans to tie it. And a poke check, and the Oilers have control, and they are going to win this game 2-1. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll take a player from the Americans. And from the Allen Americans, Stephen Bayless is now a Tulsa Oiler. Alright, let's go to the map to see what this looks like. Here we are at the map as the Oilers took down the Americans and now control Texas. With that, let's go to the wheel to see who is next. 21 teams left to go. Next up are the Trois Rivières Lions. Alright, Lions, where are you going with this one? To take Prince Edward's Island. With that, we're going to go take a look at who they'll take a player from. 7 teams in the elimination wheel. And we're going to take a player from the Jacksonville Icemen. And from the Jacksonville Icemen, Tyson Empey is now a Trois Rivières Lion. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Rapid City Rush. Alright, Rush, where are you going with this one? To take Montana. as they take Montana. Let's go to the wheel to see who they'll take a player from. Another spin for another player being taken from the Newfoundland Growlers. From the Newfoundland Growlers. Jack Bendini is now a Rapid City Rush. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Yet another spin for yet another team. Next up is the Iowa Heartlanders. Alright, Heartlanders, where are you going with this arrow? To take Minnesota. As they take Minnesota, we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. Yet another spin for yet another player. We're having a player taken from the South Carolina Stingrays. And from the South Carolina Stingrays, Ryan Scarfo is now a Iowa Heartlander. Let's go back to the wheel to see who's next. One more spin for one more team. Next up are the Orlando Solar Bears. Alright, Orlando, where are you going with this arrow? To take Alabama. As they take Alabama, we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. One more spin for one more player, and we're getting it from the Newfoundland Growlers. And from the Growlers, we have Brett Budgell going to the Orlando Solar Bears. Let's go back to that wheel. Yet another new spin for yet another team. We have the Trois Rivières Lions. Alright, Lions, where are you going with this one? To take on the Toledo Walleyes. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, where the Toledo Walleye and the Trois Rivières Lions battle it out for some key parts of Canada, and basically that's really it. And I guess half of Ohio, but who wants that? Anyways, face off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about a minute left between Trois Rivières and Toledo. As both teams are scoreless in this game, they've been pushing hard to get a goal, but goalies are staying strong. Same with that save right there by Kosa. Face off in Toledo, won by Toledo, and they're trying to get them out of their zone so they can get their scoring opportunities. As they get into the Lions zone, held against the wall, puck is thrown behind the net, and Horvath now takes it. He's trying to get it out of his zone now. With less than 30 seconds to go, he does. He stops, and he loses the puck, but he gets a good hit on him, and Francis takes control. They stop. Big hit. Fell to the ground awkwardly. Green now has it. Now it's Curtis. Now it's McKenzie. Now it's Sturts. He goes into the zone. He gets poke checked, and he loses the puck. The Lions have control. Francis, with less than 5 seconds, gets hit. Puck is going behind the net. And it looks like we will be going to overtime. So let's go straight into that. Welcome to overtime number 1 between Toledo and Trois Rivières as we get the face-off, and we'll see you all in the final seconds of this game. Give it to Hawkins. He goes. He stops. He gives it to Blitz. Blitz shoots. And they score! And the Toledo Walleye win in overtime, defeating the Trois Rivières Lions, and we'll be taking a player from them. So let's go take a look at that. And from the Trois Rivières Lions, Tyson Empey is now a Toledo Walleye. Let's go to the map to see what this looks like. Here we are at the map as the Walleye took down the Lions, so now they take control of a good portion of Canada. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the wheel to see who is next. 20 teams to go. Next up are the Utah Grizzlies. Alright, Utah, where are you going with this one? To take Nevada. As they take Nevada, let's go to the elimination wheel to see who will take a player from. 8 teams in the elimination wheel. We're going to take a player from the Norfolk Admirals. And from the Norfolk Admirals, Blake Murray is now a Utah Grizzly. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Wichita Thunder. Alright, Wichita, where are you going with this one? To take on the Tulsa Oilers. So let's go get a game. Welcome to Buck Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Tulsa Oilers are being attacked by another team, this time being the Wichita Thunder. We're going to go down to the center ice to get our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about less than 10 seconds, now less than 5, because Tulsa has a 3-0 lead, and they're looking to score another one, but there is no empty net. Doesn't matter, they win, so let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Wichita Thunder. From the Wichita Thunder, Timur Ibragimov has now become a Tulsa Oiler. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Oilers took down the Thunder and gained Kansas. With that, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 19 teams left to go. Next up are the Cincinnati Cyclones. Alright, Cincinnati, where are you going with this one? To take Kentucky. As they take Kentucky, let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll take a player from. Alright, we spin for a player, taking from the Savannah Ghost Pirates. And from the Savannah Ghost Pirates, Mason Primeau is now a Cincinnati Cyclone. Alright, let's go to the wheel. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Rochester Railers. Alright, Railers, where are you going with this spin? To take New Hampshire. As they take New Hampshire, let's go to the wheel. Another spin for another player. We're going to be taking from the Jacksonville Icemen. And from the Jacksonville Icemen, Christopher Brown is now a Rochester Railer. Alright, let's go to the wheel. Another spin for yet another team. Next up are the Iowa Heartlanders. Alright, Iowa, where are you going with this arrow spin? To take Wisconsin. As they take Wisconsin, let's go take a look at who they'll take. Another spin for yet another player will be taken from the Wichita Thunder. And from the Wichita Thunder, Michael Stinnell is now an Iowa Heartlander. Alright, let's go to the wheel. We get a spin for a team. Next up we have the Idaho Steelheads. Alright, Idaho, where are you going with this one? To take Wyoming. As they take Wyoming, let's go take a look at who they'll take. We spin for another player. We'll be taking from the Norfolk Admirals. And from the Norfolk Admirals, Ian White is now an Idaho Steelhead. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. We keep spinning for teams. Up next are the Kansas City Mavericks. Alright, KC, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Tulsa Oilers. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Box Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. For once again, the Tulsa Oilers are being attacked, this time by the Kansas City Mavericks. We're going to go down to the center ice to get a face-off between these two teams, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here are about 45 seconds left to go in the game between Tulsa and Kansas City, as Kansas City has a 1-0 lead, and Tulsa has pulled their goalie, and they're trying to push it in, but KC is really defending hard. Elms gives it a passing around to get it out of their zone, but he's being bombarded by a bunch of Oilers. Puck battle behind the net. Big hit! But it's still controlled by KC, and another big hit. KC still has control, and we have an offsides. Face off in the neutral zone with 18 seconds left to go. We have our puck dropped, and it's won by the Oilers. They enter the zone and dump in. KC immediately takes control of that puck. Big hit. Oilers trying to get it, but the Kansas City Mavericks are really holding on to that puck. And they do get it out of the zone with less than 5 seconds to go. He shoots and he's wide left. But it doesn't matter as KC wins 1-0. So let's go take a look at who they will be taking from the Oilers. And from the Tulsa Oilers, Stephen Bayless is now a Kansas City Maverick. Let us go to that map. Here we are at the map as the Oilers got taken down by the Mavericks. And now KC controls a large portion of the South. With that, let's go to the wheel. 18 teams left to go. Next up are the Kalamazoo Wings. Alright, Wings, where are you going with this one? To take on the Heartlanders. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, where the Iowa Heartlanders and the Kalamazoo Wings battle it out for some Midwestern states. We go down to the center ice between these two teams for our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Kalamazoo and Iowa, and the Wings are dominating the Heartlanders, and they will take this win 5-1. With this win, we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Heartlanders. And from the Iowa Heartlanders, Tanner McMaster is now a Kalamazoo Wing. Alright, let us go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Heartlanders got taken out by the Wings. So now, Kalamazoo takes a lot of land. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 17 teams left to go. Next up are the Worcester Railers. Alright, Worcester, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Mariners. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Cross Insurance Arena in Portland, Maine, where the Maine Mariners and the Worcester Railers battle it out for New England parts territories. We go down to the center ice for our face-off between the two teams, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 35 seconds left between Maine and Worcester, as the Railers have a 1-0 lead against the Mariners, and they're looking to keep that lead going as they control the puck in their own zone. The Mariners trying to get it going so they could tie this game, but a good block shot. Railers have control. McCarthy throws it down behind the net. Now it's Butler. He has control, spinning around backwards behind his own net again. Tries to get it going. He's pushing with less than 10 seconds to go. Vesey shoots in his wide right. 5 seconds to go for the Mariners to tie this game. They're looking to do it. And he passes it back, and they will lose this game 1-0. So let's go ahead and who will be going to the Railers. And from the Maine Mariners, Alex Kyle is now a Worcester Railer. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Mariners got taken out by the Railers. So now Worcester has a lot of land. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 16 teams left to go. Next up are the Reading Royals. Alright, Royals, where are you going with this one? To take on the Toledo Walleye. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, where the Toledo Walleye are being attacked again, this time by the Reading Royals. We're going to go down to that center ice between the two teams so we can get our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 45 seconds left between Toledo and Reading, as the Toledo Walleyes have a 1-0 lead against the Reading Royals. But they're pushing into the zone. A good shot, but a good block. Oh, and another good save! Half a minute to go between these two teams in the game. Face-off won by the Royals. They're looking to get a goal. Gerard, Nieli. And now they're trying to get some form of going. Oh, and a good tip. Pacosa is just saving. 20 seconds left to go. Face-off still in Toledo zone. Won by the Royals. Ebby shoots. Good block. Toledo's got the puck now, trying to get it out of their zone. They succeed in that. Trying to pass it down. They do. They have the puck in the other zone, but now the Royals do, with less than 5 seconds to go. They're looking. He spins around. He shoots into the slot. Oh, and we have time expired. The Toledo Walleye win, taking down the Reading Royals, excuse me. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at who Toledo will be taking from Reading. And from the Reading Royals, Evan Barrett is now a Toledo Walleye. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Walleyes took down the Royals and now gain Pennsylvania and Maryland and New Jersey. With that, let's go to the wheel. 15 teams left to go. Next up are the Rapid City Rush. Alright, Rapid City, where are you going? To take on the Idaho Steelheads. Let's go get a game. Welcome to CenturyLink Arena in Boise, Idaho, where the Idaho Steelheads and the Rapid City Rush battle it out for some northern areas of the United States. We go down to the center ice between the two teams for our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Rapid City and Idaho. Idaho holds a 2-0 lead and a good save by Shield. With 3.4 seconds left, this looks like this will be it, as Idaho will win this game and take down the Rapid City Rush. With that, let us go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking a player from the Rush. And from the Rapid City Rush, John Martin is now an Idaho Steelhead. Alright, let's go to that map. Here we are at the map as the Idaho Steelheads took down the Rapid City Rush and gained more territory in the north of the United States. With that, let us go to the wheel to see who's next. 14 teams left to go. Next up are the Fort Wayne Comets. Alright, Comets, where are you going with this one? To take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let's go get a game. Welcome to US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Cyclones and the Fort Wayne Comets battle it out for two states. Well, two half of states, really. Anyways, we're going to go down to the center ice to get our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 40 seconds left between Fort Wayne and Cincinnati, as the Comets are losing 0-1 against the Cyclones. as Cincinnati has control of the puck and looking to score on that empty netter. And they have control, and they do! With their new addition, Primu scores the goal, and that should ice the game for the Comets to be eliminated. So with that, let us just go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking with them. And from the Fort Wayne Comets, Ty Fellhaber is now a Cincinnati Cyclone. Alright, let's go to the map. Here at the map as the Comets got eliminated by the Cyclones, and now Cincinnati takes control of a good portion. Alright, let us go to that wheel to see who's next. 13 teams left to go. Next up are the Iron Duck Thunders. Alright, Thunders, where are you going with this one? To take on the Toledo Walleyes. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, once again, where the Toledo Walleye are once again being attacked, this time by the Iron Duck Thunder. We're going to go down to the center ice between these two teams for our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about a minute left between the Thunder and the Walleye, as we have a face-off in the Thunder zone, and the Walleye are trying to get it going, but Thunder keep denying them. With 45 seconds left to go, one of these teams will figure out how to get momentum going to score that second goal. Parent's going down for the Thunder. He's going in. He shoots, and a good block. Picked up by the Walleye. They have about 30 seconds left to go. Passes it down. Gets it out of their zone. Goes into the other zone. Stops and gets poke-checked immediately. And the Thunder get poke-checked as well. Now the Walleye have it with 20 seconds left to go. Hawkins has it. He goes into the zone, goes on the outside, stops and goes backwards, and gets poke-checked. Parent tries to get it around, but he gets poke-checked. Now it's Broman, and he couldn't do anything there. Walleye, Hawkins, 5 seconds left to go. Goes into the zone, passes down to MP. MP stops, goes into the slot, and a goal! And it hit the crossbar before the time ran out, and we are going to overtime. Welcome to overtime number 1 between the Thunder and the Walleye. We're going to go ahead and get right into this, and we'll see you all in the final seconds of the game. He goes alone! He passes it to the slot! Couldn't get it. Orgel passes it all the way down. Trying to get something going, the Thunder. Slap shot! And it's a goal! It's a goal! And we have a winner! The Thunder take down the Walleye! Well, that was a good game. Let's go ahead and take a look at who the Thunder will be taking from the Walleye now. And from the Toledo Walleye, Evan Barrett is an Iron Duck Thunder. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Toledo Walleye got eliminated by the Iron Duck Thunder. So now the Thunder take control of all of that Canada land. While that's happening, let's go to the wheel. 12 teams to go. Next up are the Utah Grizzlies. Alright, Utah, where are you going with this one? To take Colorado. As they take Colorado, let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll take a player from. 16 teams in this wheel will be taking a player from the Iowa Heartlanders. And from the Iowa Heartlanders, Ryan Scarfo is now a Utah Grizzly. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who is next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Indy Fuel. Alright, Indy, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let's go get a game. Welcome to US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Indy Fuel are now attacking the Cincinnati Cyclones in a good battle for the Midwest. As we go down to the center ice to get a face-off between these two teams, we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 43 seconds left in the game between Indy and Cincinnati, as Indy pulled their goalie, and Cincinnati's on the drive to get that second goal. But they pass back, now they have it. Mingo, gets hit and loses the puck. Now it's Becker. He's going into the zone for the Fuel. Watson, Yedman, Brown, Watson. They're doing all the passing. Lang, what a good save. Less than 20 seconds to go. The Cyclones have control of it now. They're looking to get that second goal. They ice the game in very wide right shot. 10 seconds to go. Watson has it. They're trying to get it going. Cincinnati's trying to steal it. 5 seconds to go. They have a chance. And a pass is blocked, and they do not score. And the Cincinnati Cyclones win 1-0. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Indy Fuel. And from the Indy Fuel, Chad Yepman is now a Cincinnati Cyclone. All right, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Indy Fuel got eliminated by the Cincinnati Cyclone. So now they take all of Indiana. So now let's go take a look at that wheel to see who's next. 11 teams left to go. Next up are the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Alright, Greenville, where are you going? To take on the Orlando Solar Bears. So let's go get a game. Welcome to Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, where the Orlando Solar Bears are being attacked by the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. We're going to go down to the center ice between these two teams for our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 41 seconds left between Orlando and Greenville, as the Swamp Rabbits have a 2-1 lead at the moment over the Solar Bears. Orlando is trying to get something going, so they have control of it. Held against the wall, dumps it all the way down. Big hit! Oh man, this is a tough battle right here. Picked up by the Bears. And tried to pass it and couldn't get anything. Got too fancy. Swamp Rabbits have control. Poke checked. Still have it. Souch. Get it to Iarello. Oh, almost. But now he does and gets a goal. And that should do it. That should ice the game for the Swamp Rabbits to win. So we're just going to go on ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Orlando Solar Bears. And from the Orlando Solar Bears, Bode Wild is now a Greenville Swamp Rabbit. That's his 4th move. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Greenville Swamp Rabbits took out the Orlando Solar Bears and control 2/3 of Florida and a bunch of other southern states. Alright, let's go to the wheel. 10 teams to go. Next up are the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Alright, Greenville, where are you going with this one? And just barely skims across the line and hits Mississippi, so we'll fill that in for them. As they take Mississippi, we're going to go ahead and take a look at that wheel to see who is next for them. 18 teams in the eliminated wheel, and we'll be taken from the Allen Americans. And from the Allen Americans, Colton Hargrove is the Greenville Swamp Rabbit. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Wheeling Nailers. Alright, Nailers, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Thunder, so let's go get a game. Welcome to Cool and Serene Arena in Glens Falls, New York, where the Iron and Duck Thunders and the Wheeling Nailers battle it out for some good Northeast territory. We go down to the center ice between the two teams for our face-off, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 25 seconds left between the Thunder and the Nailers, as the Nailers have a 2-1 lead, and never mind! The Thunder tie it with 22 seconds left! Evan Barrett scores the goal! With 21 seconds left, we have a tie game between the Thunder and the Nailers. So we're looking to either have an overtime or another team to score an even more last second goal. Less than 10 seconds to go, the Thunder still have control, long shoots, and a good save by Napier. With 4.2 seconds left in regulation, we have a face-off in the Nailers zone, won by the Thunder. They could get a good goal, one-timer failed, and we will be going to overtime. Welcome to overtime number 1 between the Nailers and the Thunder. We'll go ahead and get into this, and we'll see you all in the final seconds of the game. Long has it. Less than 30 seconds to go. Stops. Goes around the back of the net. Passes it, shoots it, scores! Barrett with the hat-trick game-winning goal to send the Thunder to continue on their reign and take out the Wheeling Nailer in overtime number 3. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at who the Thunder will be taking from the Nailers. And from the Wheeling Nailers, DJ King is now an Iron Duck Thunder. Alright, let us go to that map. Here we are at the map as the Nailers got defeated by the Thunder, and now the Thunder take control of a lot of land. With that, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. 9 teams left to go. Next up are the Kalamazoo Wings. Alright, Kalamazoo, where are you going with this one? To take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let's go get a game. Welcome to US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Kalamazoo Wings are invading the Cincinnati Cyclones. So with that, we're going to have a battle between the two teams. We go down to center ice for our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with 10 seconds left between Kalamazoo and Cincinnati, as the Cyclones have a lead and they do score! And that will do it for this game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who the Cyclones will be taking from the Wings. And from the Kalamazoo Wings, Nick Lappin is now a Cincinnati Cyclone. Alright, let's go to that map. Here we are at the map as the Wings got taken out by the Cyclones, and now Cincinnati gains more land. Alright, let us go to the wheel. 8 teams left to go. Next up are the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Alright, Greenville, where you going with this spin? To take on the Kansas City Mavericks. Let's go get a game. Welcome to Silverstein Ice Center's arena in Independence, Missouri, where the Kansas City Mavericks and the Greenville Swamp Rabbits battle it out for some key areas in the southeast territories of the United States. Center ice, face-off, final moments, see you there. Here we are with about 40 seconds left between Greenville and Kansas City, as the Mavericks have a 1-0 lead against the Swamp Rabbits. So, of course, Greenville's gonna pull their goalie and try to score a goal. Oh, and almost an open net goal, but Greenville takes control now and see if they can score a goal with less than 30 seconds to go. Souch passes it to Kemp, to Iarello, to Gerard. Oh, and a good save. Greenville trying to get it back, and they can't. Picked up by Kansas City. 10 seconds to go. Crowd counts down. Puck is dumped into the Kansas City zone. Picked up by Sam Brook. He's looking to just hold on to the puck, and he does successfully as the Kansas City Mavericks win 1-0 against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at who the Kansas City Mavericks will be taking from Greenville. And from the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, Bode Wild is now a Kansas City Maverick. That's his 5-time move-in. Oh boy. Let us go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Mavericks took down the Swamp Rabbits and took a lot of southeast territory of the United States. With that, let us go to the wheel. 7 teams to go. Next up are the Utah Grizzlies. Alright, Utah, where are you going with this one? And they'll barely skim by to take Nebraska. As they take Nebraska, let's go on ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking a player from. 21 teams in this wheel, and we'll be taking a player from the Orlando Solar Bears. And from the Orlando Solar Bears, Maxim Kajkovic is now a Utah Grizzly. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Utah Grizzlies again. Alright, where are you going this time, Utah? Yep, they will be taking New Mexico. They barely skimmed through that corner. Well, as they're taking New Mexico, let's go see who they'll steal another player from. Another spin for another player. Next up, we're taking from the Fort Wayne Comets. And from the Fort Wayne Comets, Sean Brodaies is now a Utah Grizzly. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for yet another team. Next up are the Worcester Railers. Alright, Worcester, where are you going with this spin? By a pixel, they will be taking Vermont. As they take Vermont, we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll steal a player from. Another spin for yet another player. We're taking from the Jacksonville Icemen. And from the Jacksonville Icemen, Tim Theocharidis is going to Worcester. Alright, let's go back to that wheel. One more spin for one more team. Next up are the Utah Grizzlies. Alright, Utah, where are you going with this one this time? To take on the Idaho Steelheads. Let's go get a game. Welcome to CenturyLink Arena in Boise, Idaho, where the Utah Grizzlies are invading the Idaho Steelheads to take more land in the north parts of the United States. We'll go down to the center ice to get a face-off between these two teams, and we will see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left to go in the game between Utah and Idaho, with the Grizzlies having a 3-1 lead against the Steelheads, as Strong shoots and scores, makes it 4-1, and that should do it for this game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Steelheads. And from the Idaho Steelheads, Jordan Kawaguchi is now a Utah Grizzly. Alright, let's go to the map. Here we are at the map as the Idaho Steelheads got eliminated by the Utah Grizzlies. And now the Grizzlies take control of a lot of land. Let us go to the wheel now. 6 teams left to go. Next up are the Florida Everblades. And you're probably wondering why I'm spinning here, because most likely they'll face the Kansas City Mavericks, which they will. But they could have a chance to take North Carolina, but who cares? Anyways, let's go get a game. Welcome to Silverstein Ice Center's arena in Independence, Missouri, where the Kansas City Mavericks and the Florida Everblades will battle it out for either small or big land. Depends on who wins. Anyways, let's go to the center ice to get our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Florida and Kansas City, and the Florida Everblades pulling an upset.
Holidays. A lot of people work.
3-0. Excuse me, someone's talking in the background. 3-0, and now, would you look at that? Florida wins! They pulled an upset against Kansas City. So let's go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from the Mavericks. And from the Kansas City Mavericks, once again, it's Bode Wild, moving on to the Florida Everblades. That's his 6th time moving. So let's go back to that map. Here we are at the map as the Kansas City Mavericks got eliminated by the Florida Everblades and now take control of a large portion of the map. With that, let's go to the wheel. 5 teams left to go. Next up are the Thunder. Alright, Thunder, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let's go get a game. Welcome to US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Iron Duck Thunder and the Cincinnati Cyclones battle it out for large pieces of land. We'll go down to center ice between the two teams for our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Cincinnati and Iron Duck, as the Cyclones have a 3-0 lead, and it looks like that will be it for this one. If there is a goal by any chance, I'll show it, but as of now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at who Cincinnati will be taking from the Thunder. And from the Iron Duck Thunders, Evan Barrett is now a Cincinnati Cyclone. Let's go to the map to see what it looks like now. Here we are at the map as the Thunder got taken out by the Cyclones, and one less team is off the map. So let's go to the wheel to see who is up next. 4 teams left to go. Next up are the Florida Everblades. Alright, Florida, where are you going with this spin? To take on the Utah Grizzlies. Let's go get a game. Welcome to the Maverick Center in West Valley City, Utah, where the Utah Grizzlies and the Florida Everblades battle it out for some large pieces of land in the United States of America. We go down to the center ice to get a face-off between these two teams, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about a minute left between Utah and Florida, as the game is tied 2-2, with Florida just tying it about 5 seconds before the first, and now we're going to have a fight. So we'll go ahead and get back to it once this fight is over. Alright, after the fight, we have about 49 seconds left of regulation. Face-off in Utah zone, won by Florida. And now Utah takes control with a 2-on-1. Scarfo tries to pass it and gets deflected. Now Wild holds on to it. McCarron now has it. Passes it to Coper. He passes it all the way down back to Wild. Scarfo now has it, and he's looking to score the goal, but he gets hit hard and loses the puck, and Florida takes control. Florida's going into the zone. McCarron, shot, couldn't get it. Was blocked before he even reached the net. 15 seconds to go. Big hit. Florida still takes control. McCarron, all the way down, gets hit. McCarron takes it himself. Puck goes right behind the net after a shot block. Florida still has control with 5 seconds left to go. Another shot blocked. And looks like we will be going to overtime. Welcome to overtime number 1 between these two teams of Florida and Utah. We'll go ahead and see you in the final seconds. It's going down into Florida's zone, or into Utah's zone, and they score. Morrison wins it for Florida. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at who Florida will be taking from Utah. And from the Utah Grizzlies, Maxim Kajkovic is now a Florida Everblade. Alright, let's go to the map to see what it looks like now. Here we are at the map as the Utah Grizzlies got eliminated by the Florida Everblades. So now, let us go to the wheel to see who is next. 3 teams left to go. Next up are the Florida Everblades. Alright, Florida, where are you going with this spin? Oregon. So let's go fill that in for them. As they're taking Oregon, let's go to the elimination wheel to see a player being taken from. 25 teams in this one, and we're going to steal a player from the Wheeling Nailers. And from the Wheeling Nailers, David Drake is now a Florida Everblade. Alright, let's go to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for another team. Next up are the Florida Everblades again. Alright, Florida, where are you going with this spin? To take Tennessee, so let's go fill that in. As we're taking Tennessee, let's go see another player be take from. Another spin for another player. We're going to steal a player from the Iowa Heartlanders. And from the Iowa Heartlanders, Clayton Phillips is now a Florida Everblade. Alright, let's go to the map to see who's next. Wheel. I meant to say wheel. Alright, let's get a spin going. Next team up are the Florida Everblades once more. Alright, Florida, where are you going with this one this time? To take North Carolina. As they take North Carolina, let's go see another player be taken from. Another spin for yet another player. We're going to steal a player from the Idaho Steelheads. And from the Idaho Steelheads, John Martin is now a Florida Everblade. Let's go back to the wheel to see who's next. Another spin for hopefully one more team. It's the Florida Everblades even again. Seriously, Florida, pick a team to fight. Okay, you're battling Cyclones. Let's go get a game. Welcome to US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Florida Everblades and the Cincinnati Cyclones battle for the second spot to go into the mini Echl finals. We go down to center ice to get this game started with the face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 10 seconds left between Florida and Cincinnati, as the Everblades have a 3-0 lead against the Cyclones, and look like we'll hold that shutout win. And with that, we will go ahead and take a look at who they'll be taking from Cincinnati, and we'll get right into Mini Imply Cup Finals. See you there. From the Cincinnati Cyclones, Evan Barrett is now a Florida Everblade. Let us go to the map to figure out this whole Mini Imply Cup Final. Here we are at the map as the Florida Everblades took out the Cincinnati Cyclones, and now we will go ahead and spin the wheel for one last time to figure out who will be the away team. So let's go to that. Here we are at the wheel for one final time to figure out who will be the away team, which will be the Worcester Railers. So let's go to Mini Imply Cup Final Game 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1 of the Mini Imply Cup Finals between the Florida Everblades and the Worcester Railers. We are at Hertz Arena in Florida, getting ready for this game. Face-off coming soon, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with about 40 seconds left in Game 1 of the Mini Imply Cup Finals, where Florida holds a 1-0 lead, so the Railers pulled their goalie, looking to score that tying goal to send this game either to overtime or another goal to be scored once again. But Florida's driving down, but a big steal. Butler trying to get his team going. He gets it, he shoots, and Johnson saves. 16 seconds left, an empty netter, 6-on-5. Let's see what happens. Puck dropped, won by the Railers. Passing it, pass down, Coughlin. Oh, missed the net to the left. 10 seconds to go, crowd's counting down. Butler, Kell, Karpinov, block, Kyle, Coughlin, blocked, Cosgrove, blocked, and Game 1 goes to Florida. With that, we're going to go ahead straight into Game 2 all the way in Worcester, so we'll see you there. Welcome to DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, where we're at Game 2 of the Mini Imply Cup Finals between Florida and Worcester. We're going to go down to center ice to get our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of the game. Here we are with 45 seconds left in Mini Imply Cup Finals Game 2, where Worcester has a 1-0 lead, almost a 2-0 lead, because Florida has pulled their goalie, trying to tie this game up to win the cup in overtime. And they almost succeed, but a good steal by a Railer causes them to go the other side. A shot wide to the left once again. Florida sets back up, trying to get this offense going. Goes into the zone, loses the puck on a hit. The Railers take control, poke check, but an offsides. Crowd counts down with 10 seconds to go. The Railers are going down, but a big hit. Could Florida get one last gas going? They go into the zone, and no! Worcester forces a Game 3, so we will see you there in Florida. Welcome to Hertz Arena in Estero, Florida, for the final game of the ECHL Ippley season, where it's Game 3 between the Florida Everblades and the Worcester Railers. We go down to center ice for our face-off, and we'll see you all in the final moments of our final game. Here we are with 10 seconds left between Worcester and Florida, as the Florida Everblades are up 3-1 against the Worcester Railers, and look about to win the Mini Ippley Cup. And they do! Florida is the winner! They win all of the ECHL season. They are the best ECHL Imperialism team, so congratulations to them. Let us go to the map for one final time. Here you're at the wheel at one final time as the Worcester Railers got eliminated in the Mini Ippley Cup finals by your ECHL Mini Ippley Cup champions, the Florida Everblades. I want to thank you all for watching this season of Hockey Imperialism. And with Season 9 coming up soon, be ready for that. Gonna go back to some good old times just to introduce some new visuals, basically. But with that, without any further ado, we'll go ahead and finish this video off with statistics. So let's go right straight to that. Welcome to statistics. We're just going to go ahead and get right into this one. So, for most goals in this season, we have a three-way tie between Maxim Kajovic, Evan Barrett, and Robert Carpenter, all scoring 3 goals. Our total assist and total points leader of the season, we have Sharon Knoll, having 6 assists and 7 total points. Our Ippley Cup MVP will go to Cam Johnson, our goalie of the Florida Everblades, having a .952% save percentage with 40 out of 42 saved, being our highest, most valuable player in the Ippley Cup finals. And lastly, for our individual players, we have our journeymen, where we have Bode Wild moving 6 times, so he's definitely been around a lot. And now, let us go to our most favorite one, goal horns. Coming in at number 5, with 2 goal horns, we have a 5-way tie between the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, the Jacksonville Icemen, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, the Utah Grizzlies, and the Wheeling Nailers. In 4th place, we have a 3-way tie with 3 goal horns. We have the Adirondack Thunder, the Idaho Steelheads, and the Toledo Walleye. In 3rd place, we have a 2-way tie for 4 goal horns. We have the Florida Everblades and the Trois Rivieres Lions. In 2nd place, we have the Tulsa Oilers with 5 goals. And in 1st place, with 10 goals scored at home, we have the Cincinnati Cyclones. Thank you all for watching this one. This was a really good one, another new league to get an understanding of their teams and players, and I'm excited to show more of these. With Season 9, like I said, we'll have a different looking visuals for everyone to see. It's a new map. And so it'll definitely help bring out the look of everything. With that, I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate it tremendously. We're creeping up on 500 subscribers, which is, you should see the smile on my face. It's big. I'm excited to get so close to this milestone, so thank you all. In the meantime, have a great week, and I'll see you all back here next week to show Season 9. Thank you all. It is me, that one guy from the one place at that one time, JRun110, and I will see you all next time.